worldview as you think about your life and what God is calling you to do. On behalf of my team today, Jim Henry,
here's Johnny. Thank you, Ed. Hello, hey, hi, social media family. Being any subscribers and or visitors alike to that being on my own YouTube social media channel and or likewise chat room and comment section. How are you all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. Yes, hopefully everyone is feeling as well as doing at least okay. But not bad yet to be said on steady for the record. To be, feeling and doing all right, or not best of all to be said. To be feeling blessed and stressed, more blessed and stressed, or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, your family and friends, hopefully me and mine, likewise as well, are the same. And please do excuse, pardon, forgive me for possibly butchering the English language or American dialect with all of its grammatical usages being of qualities and quantities for something like the umpteenth consecutive time. And moving right along. And now that I've gotten the preliminaries out of the way, taking care of the necessary business at hand, yes, which is to compose the basic intro as an introduction and our footnotes to the present social media broadcast or video, and for the content thereof, being of which would complement the name title of that being the same of the said in question, and for the one for the prior mentioned, then let's just dive into that being as we have it here for the present one. Yes, here and now. Anyway, though, I think I had made a few, 2 or 3 videos broadcast social media content regarding making reference to that being the most recent conflict of interest, being in which I have become subjected to experiencing, via that of which was inflicted, painful physical trauma upon a dumb animal of a cat, as a matter of fact, being a lesser species of creatures representing the animal kingdom that I had become quite fond of, whereas I was one of the few neighbors compared on to how the majority or most would not feed it, like we being among ourselves, residents, tenants, otherwise, that did feed it up until the time that it had most recently died. As a matter of fact, today, this morning is what I meant to say. Sorry about that. As a result of developments it had become subject to experiencing yesterday and the day before yesterday and so on, that's from the time that this one evil neighbor had inflicted, physical trauma, whereas that inflicted physical trauma upon this cat, whereas it had become subjected to experience so much pain behind that, and whereas this cat had literally actually starved to death before it had died. It starved to death then because it would not eat or drink anything, for some reason or another, and being a resultant developments of what it had become subjected to experiencing coming from this monster of an evil neighbor that had violently physically assaulted or attacked it. And whereas I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt that, you know, maybe this stray cat for the building here had gotten into some kind of a cat fight with another cat, the fine feline, as they say, or maybe worse yet, that the stray cat had been assaulted or attacked in a violent physical kind of way by the likes, you know, members of the rodent family. And I'm not talking about mice or mouses, but, you know, literally actually rats, maybe a couple few of them or something such as that, and just one. And then could have practically or possibly been on the verge of being eaten by the lice. Only to, you know, have my worstest fears verified or confirmed as I get to thinking about in the line of thought of the worst case scenario that a little actual human being had violently physically assaulted or attacked this stray animal, this stray dumb animal of a cat, you know, of the lesser species of creatures of the animal kingdom. And so that was the fact of the matter. Because when I had noticed that the cat was not its usual self, and was, you know, I'm calling it to feed it. Like I say, I'm one of the few neighbors that would think to feed it compared to the majority of most neighbors here among the residents and tenants would not think to do so. I'm calling the cat, whereas the cat would usually run to me or anybody else that would feed it, but this time it wouldn't run. It just you know, remaining on a patch of grass in the inner courtyard of the building here. Grass or dirt or whatever I said. So I walked on over to bring it its food. I'm like saying, "What's the matter, boy? What's the matter, girl?" Or whichever is gender. What's wrong? So I'm picking it up. I'm looking it over. Then from there, that is when I had noticed, witnessed, or whatever I have said, that it had a fairly large blotch of dried up blood on the outside of its mouth where it had been injured. And then the next day it had a moist block of blood on the outside of its mouth. And it was being because this ugly, evil, grown adult person of a black sister of a woman, you know, among us residents or tenants, being those kind of neighbors, otherwise, you know, public nuisance are problem neighbors, of neighbors from damn hell compared to, you know, civilized neighbors, you know, who I don't think, like I myself wouldn't hurt a dumb animal. Because that's like, if you hurt a dumb animal, that's like you're attempting to hurt a child, an infant or a baby, or an elderly person of a senior citizen. And that's cruel. That's mean in my book. I don't know about anybody else, but that's a cruel or mean thing to do in my book, you know. So I'm like, wow. I'm thinking this cat could possibly have some broken bones as well, and so forth. It was limping and everything, and it was feeling weak, and had this big old blood blotch on the outside of his mouth, being of his own blood, you know. So I tried to feed it. It wouldn't eat. It wouldn't eat for like I say, since the last time that it did eat, you know, before it was injured, and then like after it was injured, it wouldn't eat or drink a few days after it was injured by this monster of a human being, of a black woman among those neighbors otherwise, other likes, public nuisance problem neighbors, or as they would be commonly called and are known as, you know, proverbial neighbors from damn hell characters, you know. And I'm like, what the damn hell? Are you freaking kidding me? You injured this 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 dumb animal of a cat. Because she told me she did, you know. As this black sister of a woman, you know, she's like, you know, change to a different radio channel station. Disregard what you're hearing in the background. You know, especially if any neighbors from down here are cutting up, acting out, misbehaving with their obnoxious, ugly, evil selves. But anyway, getting back to some of such other backtrack here with reasonable purpose of being, and also I can go on following to continue from where and when that my person had last left off, so I can finish up as a completed form, pride line thought, and the saints as well. So as I'm thinking about going out of the building, and at the same time thinking about feeding the cat, she's coming in with some other black woman, whoever the other black woman is supposed to be associated with her person, and more than likely, more often than not, could possibly be just another, what they call project chick, old school valley girl, you know, black, evil bitch or hoe or heifer, you know, of the female rival counterpart to a thug to the bone, street punk or skinhead, you know, stuck on stupid, you know, of a brain dead, brainless idiot and on sickle. You have to be some kind of idiot and a sickle to hurt a dumb animal. That's like attempting to harm or hurt an infant or a baby or an elderly person or a senior citizen, you know. So I'm like asking, what happened? I'm asking question, what happened to the cat in their presence? And she's like saying, yeah, I hurt that cat again. She's saying in more words or less. I hurt that cat again. That cat attempt to bother my pet cat, you know. I'm like, what? So I'm saying in response and replying what she herself has said. I'm not saying a person would have to be a cruel, mean person to hurt a dumb animal. And then she didn't have anything to say from there, you know. But anyway, though, I try to feed the cat some milk. After that, seeing how the cat wouldn't eat any food and the cat wouldn't drink the milk either. And then that's when you know, this is like the second or third day after the cat wouldn't eat or drink. And then come the day when I woke up this morning looking for the cat and to see if it's did eat any of the did drink any of the milk that I put out there. I think I put a little food by the milk. And the cat didn't touch any of that. The cat was dead as a doorknob. The cat had died from its injuries, the physical trauma that physical. Excuse me, bear with me while I try to. Sorry, you all. I'm getting quite emotional. This is the kind of neighborhood I'm living in. Not too long ago, lost both my mom and my grandma. You know, and I suspect that they had become subjected to experiencing foul play coming from the likes of not only doctors and nurses at the different hospitals that they went, but coming from, you know, nursing home personnel for the different nursing homes that they were at, coming from the foul play that was orchestrated, initiated and perpetrated against them, coming from the different nursing home staff. And whereas they had died a few years apart from each other, yeah, here it is. This cat that I had become fond of, I discovered the cat was dead as a doorknob. So this kind of shitty ass neighborhood I'm living in. ugly, evil ass nigger bastard and bitch neighbors from damn hell. You have got to be a goddamn cold-blooded, ugly, evil ass person to harm or hurt a dumb animal. That's like attempting to harm or hurt. That's like attempting to brutally, viciously, or violently, physically assault or attack an infant or baby or elderly person or a senior citizen. Lord God, forgive me for using your name in vain, but I think you all get the general idea of what I'm trying to say. And I was growing quite fond of this cat, man, because this cat was like a light of sunshine, give me some of such happiness, regardless of how I felt. Like for me, I'm like to be compared on to out of the frying pan into the fire, because I had told you all, informed your person before my social media family, being of any subscribers and or visitors to my own YouTube social media channel, and likewise as well, I was saying chat room, comment section, or whatever I said. And excuse pardon, forgive me once again, I say, for butchering the English language, as we have an American dialect with all its grammatical usages, qualities, and quantities. I mean, I never claimed to have become or be an English major, so how much less an English professor. But anyway, getting back to what I was trying to say, the complete form previous Friday, I thought, and as I think of it with that, my mind to try to backtrack here with real purpose of being, in order so that I could go on with the following and continue for where and when my person at last left off, so I can finish up as a complete form of previous Friday, I thought, as I go on with the following, the same that I thought since word. Whereas I had told you all, inform your person, my social media family, of subscribers and visitors alike to my social media channel and on chat, and likewise chat room conversation, how I have had to move from one of the better neighborhoods to this shitty ass neighborhood. Oh, excuse me. Excuse pardon. I must try to remember to only employ the uses of, or to use, simply say, those. That is, I must try to remember to employ the uses of explicit profanity, or to use only the cuss words, to simply say, being which are mentioned in God's word, the good book, not just the better book, but the best book of all, the Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth regarding making reference to salvation and deliverance in Christ, our Lord and Savior, the Messiah deliverer, the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, the Rabbis, the Prince of Peace, as is regarding making reference to from the Old Testament to New Testament about his salvation or redemption and deliverance. But anyway, though, I had, told you all, informed your person, my social media family of subscribers and visitors alike, to my social media channel and or chat room or comment section. In addition, how that I had to move from a better neighborhood to this worst, or one of the worstest neighborhoods for vicinity area within city limits, after this one dickhead prick, nigger SOB bastards, another neighbor from damn hell had flipped the script upon me and got the management of the building, being administrative real estate representative personnel, to give me the walking papers that he should have received after I went through all the proper policies and procedures and protocol to address the issue, being of that which was regarding making reference to his daily and nightly violations of his apartment rental lease, and therefore likewise his total disregard or disrespect for my rights and privileges as his fellow neighbor of another resident or tenant, equal as well as I had put in just as much a number of police reports or call the police on him as many times, I would think, as I had told the management about his nonsense, and he retaliated out of resentment by convincing them to give me the walking paper that he should have received, whereas they must have been eavesdropping outside my apartment door when I would rant and rave about him and tell him, hey, could you cut the damn noise down, you son of a bitch bastard, you stupid sick nigga son of a bitch, you nigga bastard, you damn homo faggoty ass, and so forth. And so I'm ranting and raving. They confusing me with his stupid and crazy ass, his ignorant, insane ass. However said, not to mention impolite or rude ass. Then from there, after they gave me, something similar to, an eviction notice, a 5-day being a non-renewal on the apartment rental lease agreement document memo paperwork. From there, I'm having to move to this neighborhood, being one of the less preferred ones, and or being one of the more or most poverty stricken, and likewise one of the most crime ridden ones, and whereas therefore the neighbors from downhill that I have now are some such the worser or worstest of neighbors from downhill. When compared on to the last neighbors from downhill, who were more like, rowdy, more like midnight cowboys. These neighbors from downhill are more creepy, or more like spooks to sit by the door, and therefore that makes them worse than the last neighbors from downhill. So I had to move into this neighborhood on short notice just to keep from becoming the rank and file of the derelict transients, as in homeless, Yeah, and whereas I'm having to fill out and sign, what you call apartment rental lease agreement with a black landlord in this black neighborhood, after I had been a resident or tenant paying annual monthly rent in one of the more preferred and better neighborhoods for vicinity area community within city limits, being of a multiracial and more prosperous and less crime ridden one, for the likes of this kind, and then because the white landlords for better real estate premises properties and better neighborhoods for vicinity area communities within city limits were playing footsies up on the table with me, as if I have all the time in the world to find another place of residence before I would be becoming the rank and file of the homeless or derelict transients or whatever the shopping cart people are called nowadays, pushing around all their personal effects, belongings, or possessions in the shopping cart, here and there. So I'm having to just move here. And these are the kind of neighbors I have. A willingness to fulfilling old school Valley Girl project chick, skeezer, stank, cutthroat, nigger, bitch, hoe that would, hurt and kill a dumb animal of a cat, being of the lesser species of creatures, representing the animal kingdom. Like, that's sad. I mean, and you all seen the waterworks, because it really broke my heart, and it done something to my head, my mind. It affected my spirit, etcetera. I mean, you have got to be a really cold, cruel, evil, mean person to harm or hurt a dumb animal. Hell, that's like attempting to harm or hurt an infant or a baby or elderly person of a senior citizen or middle-aged person, for that matter, in my book. I'm sure others would agree with me, compared to how still there are others that would tend to differ. I mean, you'd be surprised how many pet owners treat their pets as if they are a member of their family, like as if they're flesh and blood, like they're actual humans, So this is the kind of neighborhood I'm living in, And a nigga bitch hole like that, she won't get a chance to hook up with a real or true man, because not one single real or true man or whatever race and walk of life who is still in the females or women would want the likes of her. You know, her ugly, evil, ghetto ass, ghetto tramp, nigga ass. No real true man would want a funky foul nigga bitch hole like that. You know, once they would have feel her spirit, how evil her motherfucking ass is, like the low life scumbag, shithead piece of shit, shithead piece of ugly, evil, violent nigga piece of shithead shit she is herself, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going overboard now with the cussing and swearing. I'm cussing like a drunken sailor on shore leave. Attempting to paint the town red with one's drinking buddies before one were to return to one's military base with or without his fellow sailors. I'm sorry about that, but obviously, you know, evidently, I'm still kind of fucked up behind the shit, you know. I mean, I'm still kind of, you know, hurting. You know. I don't know, someone tell me to take that cat in, but all they said, I don't have no means to take a stray cat in. I mean, well, you know, I mean, I don't have the time to train the cat as yet. I'm sorry, I'm getting really emotional. I mean, that cat would be alive today if I just took it in. I mean, I don't want to deal with cleaning up the cat poo or cat do. And I had other business matters to take care of, but I should have either try to find time or make time, and then train that cat, get a box and put dirt in it, and have that cat cross paws in dirt whenever it has to crap. Whenever the cat has to crap, if I will witness, notice or see the cat about to crap, then put it in that box with the I have bought kitty litter or sand or got dirt until I can get kitty litter and train the cat how to use the box. The cat will be alive today as well. I could adopt the cat and feed it, and then take it to a what do they call it? Veterinarian? Yeah, veterinarian, animal doctor, and get his shots, his injections to keep it healthy and make purchases or buy nutritious cat food for it and so forth. But now the cat is dead. Yeah, let me show y'all. I had took pictures of it in my phone. Now the cat is dead, you know. The ugly, evil ass funky, foul, stinking gutter rat, nigga, bitch, a hoe. You know what I'm saying? She's an ugly ass bitch. You know, ugly ass nigga bitch. Do that to a dumb animal. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. Yeah, I finish up with this one other TikTok video. Click it on, make your donation right through the page, and it's yours. Absolutely fabulous read. Who doesn't want to know about our permanent home? Because here is the biggest news story of the day, every day. This is not. I'm sorry. I'm about to close out anyway. I didn't reach my limit of, you know, how I would, you know, I would give you all, you know, the average half an hour, 30-minute social media broadcast. Although sometimes every now and then I would either, you know, how you say, broadcast more than half an hour, 30 minutes, or broadcast less than half an hour, 30 minutes of social media content of a video. But usually on average, I average at the most majority time, or whatever I said, I broadcast like half an hour, you know, a social media content of the video. I'm getting to it, you all. I'm just trying to, because I was working on another TikTok video before then, you know, but at such a given time. No. Yeah, I was. And they filed on behalf of Calvary Chapel and its pastor, a fellow by the name of Mike McClure, by attorneys with advocates for faith and freedom.
And they claim that the county and the Denver-based
this may be one of them times that I broadcast a little more than I see it's about to run over 30 minutes to half an hour. But that's okay, you know. I'm about to close out though, you know, as I would by sharing the gospel message with you all's persons, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all good. But anyway, though, behind, I'm still looking for, as well, trying to complete this one TikTok social media broadcast video, you know. And, you know, I'm still now contemplating moving from this shithole behind this here. Yeah, I'm contemplating moving from here. Well, most certainly, definitely. You know, because that wasn't right. The ugly, evil, old school valley girl, street vamp, nigga bitch hoe, murdering or killing a dumb animal. You know, I mean that really broke my heart, affected my spirit. You know, messed with my head, and it put something on my mind or whatever I had said. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, you've got to be a really, really ugly, evil person, you know, to do something like that to you know, a dumb animal. You got to be a really ugly, evil person. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm like, that cat didn't do anything that would warrant all that. I mean, if a cat is like, you know, having it out with another cat, you know, for his own species, then let him go at it, you know. But don't you come off like a cowardly bully, and you know, that's like similar to how you know how certain moms, you know, for you know, like grammar schools and high schools, and, you know, like whereas if they daughters get into some kind of physical altercation of a fight with one of their pairs of another girl, and the mom wants to get into it, you know, you gotta be careful about that, because you know, people or person are that much more packing all kinds of lethal weapons, you know, from knives and guns. You know, I mean, suppose if that cat was somebody else's cat, you know. I mean, somebody was like the little actual owner, and you killed the owner's cat, and now the owner has some such beef with you because you know. It just get me thinking about the Bible story of the two women, you know, in the Old Testament, about how you know, they were arguing over an infant or baby, and you know, and one was saying that the dead child is one woman, and well, they both were saying the dead child is one woman. Well, you know what I'm saying. Sorry, my English American dialect is not what it could be. I mean, after all, I did say I'm not an English major, I'm a less English professor. But one as well as the other, both of them were saying in due regard in reference to how the dead child was the other woman's, and the living child is one's own. You know, and Solomon was like saying, I tell you what, this is how we settle this here. I'm going to take a sword and I'm going to cut the child in half. And whereas, you know, the mother of the child was saying, okay, just give the child to her, you know, just as long as the child lives. And the woman who the child was not, who was not the mother of the child, was saying, no, slice the child in half. And then whereas King Solomon said, the real mother is the mother that was willing to give the child to the other woman because she wanted the child to live. You know, I think you all get the general idea of what I'm trying to say. I'm still trying to complete this one TikTok video. Then I'm gonna send it out. This one, like, anyway, not as important as vice versa. I'm still trying to complete this one TikTok video. You know, I'm about done now. You know, I'm looking at the different emojis or whatever I said. I have to finish it off because I was working on this here before I began broadcasting. Otherwise, you know. Yeah.
Outbound express lane slow between 31st and 67th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive slow northbound between 18th and Monroe, southbound between Fullerton and Chicago.
Oh my God!
Just a reminder, Morningstar Missions in Joliet is holding its box city
to the bank where little stash of cash at me. I'm saying before it closed. I get to the bank with little stash of cash I had there. And from there, you know, get out something before, because the bank's supposed to be closed for this upcoming holiday, Labor Day, in September, before September 11th, you know, American Patriot Day is September 11th, you know, for this calendar year 2003. Did I say 2003? I'm sorry, 2023. I'm still really you know, thunderstruck by how this old funky overgrown Cali bully of a old school Valley girl ghetto project nigga bitch hoe had harmed or hurted, you know, murdered or killed this dumb animal or stray cat, representing the lesser species, a creature of the animal kingdom, one of the fine felines, you know.
I'm not sure that there would be the same.
Yeah, sorry about that. I meant to say, you know, the Labor Day holiday for this calendar year, 2023 or 2023. I'm going to get to this bank for the close shop and get a little something out of there. What little stash cash I have in there. But they're going to close for this. How they're not going to be open, any banks, you know, not going to be open. But at the same time, I'm still trying to finish up with this TikTok video, and then I'm going to show you the TikTok video in regard to the cat that she murdered, cold-bloodedly murdered, killed this evil, ugly, willing/fulfilling nigga bitch hoe who don't represent real true black woman. Otherwise, she is a bad reflection on real true black woman. You know, she just an overgrown baby girl that only matured in the physical sense of the word, if you know what I mean. Read between lines, filling in the blanks. You know, in other words, she's a cold-blooded, brain-dead, brainless cave woman. You know, brain-dead, brainless cave woman to have done that to a dumb animal. You know, that's how I look at it in regard to her. She's a brainless, brain-dead cave woman. You know, to have done that kind of F and BS to a dumb animal, you know. I mean, that's sad. You got people or persons like that walking around in society as violent as they can be, you know, killing dumb animals, you know. That don't make any sense. Here's this one. This was on the chess game. This is TikTok video. I'm about to send it off now. You know? Yeah, I'm gonna get to showing you all the other TikTok videos that I will make a reference to. Okay, I'm sending this off now. Wait a minute, hold up.
Okay, if you have an auditorium that
add music to it, I think oh yeah, I did add music to it. Eminem's Lose Yourself.
The church that day.
Okay, I'm sending that. Okay. That's another TikTok video I was playing this video game if I took one better video game for challenge. I'm gonna show y'all that. I'm trying to get something to set my mind from how this cold-blooded, willing/fulfilling nigger, bitch hole of the old school valley girl, clown, project, cutthroat, bonehead, butthead, brain-dead, brainless cave woman, willing/fulfilling nigger, bitch hole here that murdered, killed this dumb animal, the cat. Then ancient Egyptians for like a being a like a pharaoh for empires, around the Nile River. This one of the favorite animals, not the favorite animals, was cats. Something about cats represent someone such the better, the best of life. I don't really care for dogs myself, unless dogs, then the opposite of cats are guard dogs. Otherwise, what's the use of having a cat if a dog cannot guard your place of residence or your business? You never just get a cat. If a dog cannot guard your place of business. Okay, let me show you this here. Otherwise, what I was talking about.
Why did you take that information? Do you need to know I'm going into the bathroom at the church? Did you take my driver's license, which then opens up a whole can of worms? And why a church rather than a baseball game or a soccer game or a Walmart parking lot?
Think this shit.
All of those questions yet to be answered. So,
oh man, again, that
I don't know what's
community
going to happen
behind
with
this.
this one. We do know that John MacArthur's church, as an example,
You're freaking kidding me.
farther, and they were given a financial reward.
You're not letting me show this.
That would happen in this case, because I'll tell you, if the government in California gets away with tracking people at churches, then we can just stop talking about China, because I don't know what we're doing that's much different than if the government is surveilling us when we go to church and
but then I sent videotape out. Took Photoshop videotape before I posted the TikTok. So I can show y'all via my photo and video footage and storage for my electronic device.
Which is a very troubling one. I think we need to see the signs of the times, and I think we need to take our blinders off and see, try to get the facts as accurately as we can, and then weigh this against the signs of where this culture is going and where our country is going, and I mean, not to be fearful, but to be mindful. Watch and pray, as the scripture says. Bigger picture, remember the Department of Justice had been looking at conservative Catholic churches as if they were hotbeds of violent extremism, but they were actually
I'm gonna go to the photos.
Catholic churches because they felt that some of them were most strongly opposed to some of the federal agenda of the current administration, and so you put all this together, and it's
just a cat
that people of faith
right here
are being put unnecessarily,
see right there,
unreasonably, and
that's how I found the cat.
Maybe intentionally into the crosshairs. Yeah,
I found the cat,
again, just in difference to time, because we say this all the time.
Next morning, the following day, which is today, like this here. That nigga bitch hole killed this cat.
These conversations aren't designed to instill fear.
Old school valley girl, nigga bitch hole killed this cat.
It's a matter of you being prepared, of knowing, by the way, God is
a lousy, rotten, ugly, evil ass. I'm sure that's a special damn place in damn hell reserved for a bitch or hole like that. You know what I'm saying? Really now.
Sense of who you're dealing with and what the times
I don't understand,
being
really.
Being cognizant of what's going on in the world around us. So this is designed to make you afraid. It's designed to make you aware, because the question before us is exactly the same question that Francis Schaeffer asked years ago. Chuck Colson asked the same question as well, which is, how then shall we live? If these are the days and times
I didn't have my flashlight at night too.
What kinds of choices do we have to make now? Let me go
then at that given time, so I had to get a flashlight.
I make no
and I had to show you.
our position on this at all. But when a church walks away from the Word of God, the house crumbles. It's just that simple. The Bible doesn't contain the Word of God. It hasn't
cat right there.
It
you
wasn't
see.
written by a bunch of ignorant.
Let me show you the
It wasn't transmitted by oral tradition. That isn't complete with conflicting points of view. It is God's Word. Period.
So you really have to get ugly evil first. Yeah. Done this to a dumb animal.
Ludicrous on its face, you would take a person broken, battered, and abused emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and hold from.
I'm sorry about all the cussing and swearing that I've done, but I'm just highly pissed off.
Falls under its own weight. So now we have another word from the Church of England. This is what happens when you move away from the.
On a lighter note,
right in your own eyes, and you keep dropping that stick of truth
for a video game,
gates of hell, rather than where it was originally dropped, which is in the parameters of the Word of God.
Right where
so, majority of priests, by the way, in the Church of England, want the church to offer same-sex weddings. You knew this was just a matter of time, right? So now we stopped this tap dancing. Let's just bless this to now perform them. By the way,
I thought I had got a checkmate, but this is stalemate. Look at that.
This according to a major survey.
I haven't got a checkmate in a long time. I usually lose at this particular for this particular video game than one of the most challenging ones, as you all know. Chess like checkers. Chess is better than checkers. I got a stalemate.
Sorry, I didn't say if God did, but any sexual activity outside of that, you're single or you're married. Wrong. And marriage, by the way,
let me just close out by saying, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I would hope that you would think to do so now, while the blood is still running warm in your veins. By recognizing or realizing what He Himself had done or did upon the cross of Calvary and His glory, submit the hands of some such Roman soldiers up on the orders of their superiors. Then, nevertheless, was He went to that cross of Calvary, becoming the perfect sacrifice, the only sacrifice for you as well as for me, so that any of us, being of whatever race and whatever walks of life, both of the two sexual genders, males and females, old and young alike, if and when any of us were to make that transition for the great beyond and hereafter, we would not have to worry about what our final outcome would be, as we would be permitted into the kingdom of heaven at some such given moment in time. Being that because unlike the lost down human souls that unsaved, unbelievers and unbelievers, we can rest assured that we will become and be some such other of the saved in the company of like-minded believers in the presence of God and His angels otherwise, compared to how the unbelievers and unbelievers, unsaved, would be down for all eternity, tortured and terrorized by the devil and demon forever.